Greetings, pawn of the queen, opener of vacancies. I have words for you. You have wandered far, from one enemy's dreamland to another. There was a crew of fallen who took to the Hive's sword logic. They are all dead now, by their own hands. They sought ascension, but understood nothing of its meaning. I watched as they slaughtered one another over the course of months. The last of them, with no crew left to lead, walked to Hellmouth's edge and cast himself into the depths. Omar Aga entered these depths with his own unique faults, disbelief and distrust. But beneath it all was his truth, fear. The Hive fed off this very fear. Poor Eris had to watch as his light was stripped from his soul, and his essence used to strengthen the Hive. Will you be prepared, or will you be boring? Before we could leap from planet to planet like fleas, we had to crawl through the void like worms. The accelerator flew humanity's necessities on swift wings, flitting them from the moon to the colonies like starlings. But worms do not survive flights with birds. Sword logic demands that which dies remain dead. Hobbled and wounded by the loss of their leaders, the hidden swarm no longer agree. They've unmoored themselves from the foundational tenets of the logic. Until this affliction is snuffed out, it will only spread. The Fallen's obsession with Luna has cost them much. They come to pillage the remains of human innovation and pick at the Hive's arcana. But I have yet to understand what drives them to take such a risk when there are other worlds more easily scavenged. The moon is fragile, even more so now than before. Look no further than the oozing schisms brought forth by the pyramid. May they serve as a warning. The moon has been carved out far beyond imagination. Fetid miasma rises. It belongs to the Hive now. In the Hive, the Vanguard faced a new threat they didn't understand. So they did what they do best. They shot at it. And to their detriment, it shot back. Death was delivered the day of our great disaster. In the absence of the ability to bring nightmares forth, the Hive manipulate ours, worshipping and even dying for them. No doubt they have plans for the nightmares. The Hive adapt, they evolve, and they do it quickly. All great journeys begin with a single step, but not if you stand at the precipice. How does one tell the difference between the horizon and an abyss in a place like this? They couldn't. Are you certain you can? The Hive and their rituals. Like moths to a flame, they know no other way. They try time and again to revive the souls of the dead, or even to bring forth something new, an abomination, a god. And now, our very own nightmares. How long were the Hive on the moon? How did they arrive? How patient they were, listening to invaders scrabble across its surface. But I do not think they were hiding. They waited aside. The hidden swarm's aberrant behavior sprung from a simple conjecture. What if Bojacx was meant to die, so that he might be reborn? Ludicrous teleological thinking, an affront to everything he held dear. Unfortunately, Bojacx is not here to correct them. There were those who believed that in Crota, the end had come. From the moon base, they cried out for help. Their message beamed far and across the system. It would land with those who would not respond, deemed to be only affairs of the city. Crota claimed innumerable souls in this pit. The wages of our heroism were countless corpses and a strengthened, emboldened enemy. It's no wonder the hidden swarm see guardians as their great whetstone, ever eager and willing to sharpen their blade. I offer no set conclusions, but it is my belief that the Fallen dare plunder the Hellmouth's depth. They know the value in mastering the strange science of their enemy, be it Hive, Human, Vex, or Cabal. They risk much to steal pieces of understanding from us all, until that time when they no longer fear extinction, but inflict it. In a nest left untouched, the Hive pulse beneath the surface of the moon. Their influence grows, their presence spreads. What you see rising from the schisms is the very essence of the Hive themselves, for there is naught else within the moon's core. Does it burden you, Guardian, to know that your presence here was not simply expected, but desired? That you were summoned. It is no mere coincidence that you, the slayer of Bojacx, have been drawn to this place. The pyramid can't conjure nightmares from hive minds. They require a human psyche, anguished, burdened, light-bearing vessels. In the quest to fell Crota, we brought with us the desire for vengeance. We brought ego. But with me, I brought curiosity, reverence, fascination. And as such, here I sit, my soul still bound to existence. With the exception of Eris, I can't say the same for the rest. If you'd asked me long ago what I thought of Eris Morn, you'd have learned kindness does not flow through my veins. But I have since gained a reverence for Eris. I thought her broken, foolish, but I was the fool. Eris was the best of us all, and still is. Dark the moon, dark the night, hush the station, hush the hive, gone their leaders, gone the light. How many crews have called this catch home? How many worlds has it plundered in the name of fallen houses that have since crumbled? Now the grand houses, like this catch, are broken things, shades of old glory, like poor Luna. Once majestic, once an inspiration, now nothing more than a shattered relic of glory days beyond reclamation. Not even Crota's brood could fully contain the rage of Fogoth the Untamed. His power was nearly unmatched. But in the end, the light overpowered Fogoth, and he was slain by your hand. Had the traveler not come to our fragile home, humanity would have carried on as it always had, reaching blindly in the dark. We likely would have extinguished ourselves well before the Hive took up the task. So I ask, are we fortunate or unfortunate? Leaderless, the hidden swarm have sought a replacement. Sword logic dictates the violent removal of oneself in favor of the powerful. Never underestimate the machinations of the Hive. In the absence of guidance, they are always in search of it.